And we are wrestling with WWE Clash at the Castle. Um, it took place last Saturday in Glasgow, Scotland, at the OVO H2O Hydro Drink Some Fucking Water Arena. Um, the attendance was 391, and this has been pretty on par for WWE as of right now. These types of formats, when it comes to these PLEs. That being said, this one really worked for me. I honestly enjoyed what was in front of what was in my TV at that time. Nothing seemed like overly long or dragging. It just kind of seemed like it flowed really well together. What say you, Scooter?
I honestly thought it was incredibly average. It wasn't anything bad, but it wasn't anything that I'm like that I'm eager to talk about. I mean, it was that's what's been on par for the WWE, in my opinion, is that they're doing these 5-match pay-per-views. They might as well just call them In Your House again.
Very true.
And give the people dark matches. But I mean, there was nothing really surprising coming out of this event, except for the one set of titles nobody cares about.
Correct. Kaliko.
It did what it was supposed to do, because I wasn't expecting it to be this over the top thing. I will say though, the conundrum that they put themselves in, that was the most creative way to put themselves out of it, which was pretty dope. I can't even lie. The last match is what captured everybody. I think other than that, everything else was kind of par for the course. But still pretty, it was, not saying that it was bad, it was good. It just wasn't what we've come to expect from like a takeover. And none of them can be, because I'm thinking they're saving all this stuff for Cleveland, because Cleveland's going to be like an 8-hour goddamn marathon. So get ready for that. But with that being said, it fulfilled the things that it needed to do, sans the one match that shocked even me. But yeah.
Alright, well, let's get into it. Cody Rhodes defeated AJ Styles in an I Quit match to retain the undisputed WWE Championship in 27 minutes and 45 seconds. I think this was maybe a better match than the one that they had at Backlash. There was some color, there was some unexpected spots. It did enough without being over the top. I do feel like maybe the ending was a little bit lackluster.
Yes.
I mean, other than that, I didn't have too many issues with it. Scooter.
I mean, it was a good match. It just, it was just a bit too predictable.
Kaliko?
Yep, pretty much that. I mean, the only thing that made sense out of this, and the only thing the best thing I picked up from the match was really after the match. Because if you notice when Solo and them jumped them, and you saw how Randy got close to that title, and had a bit of a look in his eye before it faded to black. So it's getting there. The eggs are there.
How many stars do you give this one, Scooter?
I will give it 4 stars.
Kalika?
Ooh, 4, man. I'm 3.5 just because of the way it ended. AJ said I quit because he's a side reel? Like, alright.
I give it 4 as well. So just a solid match.
Damn, I'm Simon Cowell in this bitch.
We have a triple threat tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. The Unholy Alliance, Tajiri and Super Crazy, defeated Bianca Belair, Jade Gargle, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Starks. Kaylee Ray and Isis Dawn. They won. If I'm being honest, this was a super sloppy match. It was botch after botch. Definitely not necessarily anything you want to write home about. And I'm shocked that Dawn and Fire literally did not lose championships the next night on Raw. Back to Gargle and Bianca. The championships, like Scooter said, don't necessarily mean anything. Everybody's had them at this point. Me and Scooter has been the women's tag team champions at this point.
Yep.
So yeah.
Wow.
With Kaliko as the freeboard role.
The Freebird rule. Even the women's tag title champions with the Freebird rule. I'm down for it, I guess.
What say you, Scooter?
1.5 stars.
Damn, that's all you have to say.
Yes, that's all I have to say.
Kaliko, do you have more to say?
I knew when they won, all the other hometown cast was about to get their ass whooped. That's all.
Yeah.
2 stars.
I give it 2.5 just because I did not see Dawn and Kaylee Ray winning. So that was the one on the. Actually, I did because Kaylee got choked out by Baszler the Monday before. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh, the Alberto Del Rio rule?
Yeah.
I'm going to start calling it that. The Alberto Del Rio triple threat rule. The person who has nothing to do with it wins the goddamn match.
But yet, they're still treating it like it's a friggin' tag team match, despite the fact that there are no disqualifications or countouts.
Very true. Alright, then we got Sami Zayn defeating Chad Gable to retain the Intercontinental Championship in 22 minutes and 15 seconds. Honestly, this was better than no match on Raw. A lot of just good back and forward. Some psychology. It does get tiring to, fucking do something, Otis. Don't sit there like a lot of fucking shit. And it could have meant more if Otis turned on Gable, but it might have taken away from the actual match that they had, which honestly was just a banger. But I digress. Scooter?
It was a good match. The fact that they had Otis, actually mention Tucker and Mandy Rose. In the build up to this. it was interesting. I wouldn't have minded seeing Gable win.
That was definitely, yeah.
But with first, Gable was out of his Money in the Bank qualifying match. Now he's back in.
Then he got murdered.
I have a feeling Chad Gable might be getting that push.
And I was thinking that maybe as well, but that might be a conversation for another time. Galika?
Yeah, I really thought Gable was gonna win. The one thing that I hate about these people turning heel is it's like, don't turn them heel just to turn them heel's sake. Like, there's got to be a payoff at some point for it, right?
Right.
You don't go to the dark side just to get your ass beat. You go to the dark side because you think it's going to be better for you.
And they have cookies.
Very true.
So I thought Gable would have won. I understand Sammy winning. Maybe this will do something better for Gable with Money in the Bank. I gotta figure out who is all in the field before I make that conclusion. But, right now he's dealing with the goddamn crew. I mean, it's just weird with how they booked him since turning, because like he's had like 4 or 5 title shots. Just none of them come to fruition.
Very true.
So when will the payoff come? Is what I'm.
Scooter, how many stars?
I gave this one 4.
Kalika?
3.5, just because of the fact Gable keeps getting burned.
I give it 4 as well. Solid match. Could have been 5 if Chad actually won, but you know, I digress. All right.
God damn, I'm Simon Cowell tonight. Well, with the exception of Jay Cargill in them, but yeah.
Bailey defeated Piper Niven to retain her.
Next.
Oh, God, what a God! That was it the tag team match that had that really terrible air raid crash spot, or was it Bailey and Piper Niven?
I don't remember any crazy spills.
From the no, it was a tag team match.
Okay. I mean, it was a solid match. But it is a sad situation when you have a women's title match and you're talking about Chelsea Green in a luchador mask.
Well, because the problem is it was the hometown girl, but Bailey is more over than the hometown girl.
Yeah, right.
How to put her in a fucked up situation? I mean, even with Rhea Ripley and goddamn Zelina Vega, at least Puerto Rico understood the assignment. God damn. We cheer for our own, but shit.
Yep, they wanted them some Billy. Or they wanted to know if she'll be their goal.
Yes.
Alright, Scooter, how many stars?
2.
Kalika?
3. See, look at that. I'm on these 3.
I give it 3 as well. Nothing, like I said, nothing to necessarily write home about. When Chelsea Green in a luchador mask is the biggest thing that happens in your match. Alright, and then you have the main event, the match that everybody wanted to see. Damian Priest defeated Drew McIntyre to retain the World Heavyweight Championship in 20 minutes and 20 seconds in Drew's home country of Scotland. You say the crowd didn't understand the assignment. They understood the assignment in this one. They were popping off for Drew. And if I'm being completely honest, like Scooter said at the top of the show, Priest's title run has been somewhat lackluster since he's got it. This match really presented him in a great light that showed him as a champion properly, as a superstar, like he should be viewed as, a world champion. There was that crazy spot with his leg, but if I'm being honest, it only played to the drama of the match even better. Everything worked for me, and kudos to WWE for having the balls to have CM Punk come in Scotland and screw Drew McIntyre out of the title. Like, fucking wow. Scooter?
I mean, if AJ can travel all the way to Saudi Arabia,
Australia,
same difference. There's a lot of sand. Why shouldn't Punk have been there? And he wasn't on the pre-show, so this was a genuine surprise. So
right.
I mean,
even
the
the
fact
camera
that
angles were fantastic.
the camera work on this, where Michael Cole is like, all right, we got another referee finally, and he doesn't see who it is until we all find out who it is.
It was so smart to put him in a long sleeve T-shirt, so you didn't see you covered up the tattoos, so you don't know immediately.
And the fact that it was a female's referee shirt.
Right.
I thought we were going to see, see Jessica Carr take off her shirt. It's just like, okay, here you go, Punk.
Right. Okay. Kaliko?
Well, we had our preview with this, and I was like, there's a conundrum, and I think the only way they could do it is if Punk costs him the title. And lo and behold, and I kind of figured Punk would cost him the title, but the pettiness in which he did it, because he came to the ring, counted the 2, and he threw the deuces like the Drew McIntyre shirt on the grave.
Right.
That's what made it fucking. I was like, yo, the pettiness that just showed Punk was petty to the details about it. Of course it cost him the match, and Drew plays it to the. And someone said it was like a new character unlocked, Mad Max Drew, because Drew was fucking. he damn near was about to choke out Corey Graves, and Graves like, bro, I ain't got shit to do with this. But it was a great way to get them out of that situation while furthering the preponderant story of Punk and McIntyre. And this is the best part of it, because here's the funny kicker. In Glasgow, he's a heel. Glasgow, he's a face, and Punk's a heel. Honestly, when you think about this rivalry, and most people were thinking like, who's the heel, who's the face? Honestly, this is the very first time you see a shade of gray in the sense of like, it just depends on whose perspective you see the best. Because when you look at it from a Punk perspective, and this is not shitting on Damian, but Punk's perspective is this motherfucker cost me my shot at WrestleMania by fucking up my arm, so I'm gonna fuck up his shit wherever chance I get that means the most to him. Drew, and he keeps fucking antagonizing about me. Drew, you see it because you're like, bitch, I had the best moment of my life. This motherfucker fucked up my shit, and then he came back and I ain't like his ass. So it's great, and they haven't even touched it. Honestly, this is the best rivalry that they have.
Oh yeah.
And they haven't even hit the ring yet.
It is rumored that when they finally do Punk and McIntyre, which is going to be soon, that they're actually going to bring back First Blood.
Ooh. I mean,
at this point, they would have to, because other than the fact that somebody getting shot, that's the like, it's gonna have to. Because honestly, when you look at them, it's literally a serve on site with these two.
right. And it's crazy. Punk. Obviously wanted the WrestleMania moment with Seth, but this was honestly a blessing in disguise. I mean, the nuclear, pops that both guys are getting because of this rivalry. And to think it literally just fell into their lap because Drew said, I prayed this would happen to you. Like, you could have did the match, like, a couple weeks later.
Right there.
It would have been, it would have been massive. But considering that this has been cooking since January, like, fuck, this is, like, take my money. Here is my money. I want to see this match.
Here's the thing, is that Punk turned the wordplay around on him. He said, Drew prayed for bad things to happen to me, so I prayed on Drew. Prey.
Yep.
Right?
So, I mean, if anything, this reminded me of Survivor Series Deadly Game.
Well,
I was thinking things about female where it's like stalking the shit out of him, but
where Shane comes into count for Mankind and then gives him the finger. I figure that's Punk doing two of them.
Well, and kudos to Drew for keeping with the storyline, and I can't imagine that it wasn't discussed that he wins the title in Scotland, but it made more sense for him to lose in Scotland for the Punk rivalry, to just give that extra push for the rivalry he has. Because if Drew has the championship, then he has nothing to complain about. All of that goes away. And his character right now is a complainer. Everybody screws me.
So he quit.
Yeah. And then he beat CM Punk like a dog on SmackDown.
He beats the brakes off as like an accomplice to murder.
Here's the thing. Oh crap! I lost my train of thought. McIntyre. Let's face it. They did this. They do Clash at the Castle for the the Scottish and British and Irish, the UK talent, and it's been Drew in the main event. It's like, oh, we're there. That means it's automatically Drew. And at what point does that stop happening before nobody believes Drew can win it in his home country? It could be a very interesting parallel to the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak.
Well, it fits into his complainer gimmick because you got to think both times that he was in there, people fucked him over both times.
Right.
I mean, now I'm imagining Drew being the one who strong arms his way into the Money in the Bank match and takes the case.
That is a conversation for next week, I would say. Alright, until then, how many stars you give this one, Scooter?
I'm gonna give it. I was gonna give it 3. I'm gonna give it 3.5 for the fact that they kept Tyson Fury away from this.
Kaliko?
Sick. So I mean, that wasn't gonna happen. 3.5 for the match, 5 for the finish.
I give this a 5 stars. The match worked for me. I thought it was a great match. It really showed off Damian Priest as a main event champion, while also keeping Drew McIntyre as a bad guy, keeping the rivalry between him and Punk, the camera angles, everything that happened in this match was played to perfection. It doesn't necessarily get better than this. 5 stars. Alright, the show as a whole. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle, Scooter.
Thumbs in the middle.
Kaliko? Oh, did we lose Kaliko? Was he really here to begin with?
What the hell? Wait a minute.
Oh,
hello?
You respawned. Respawn.
God damn it. Thumbs in the middle. It did what it was supposed to do. I literally said that. See, I told you, man. They trying to get me from the ghost of Juneteenth. I think I was the loudest guy in my house, in my neighborhood, playing that concert. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day.
I give it a thumbs up. I enjoyed this show. Alright, that'll conclude our coverage of WWE Clash at the Castle.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.